today I have another true Ouija board scary story to tell you. And this one happened to a girl named Helen when she was having a sleepover with her friends. So they were all hanging out one night, chit-chatting, having snacks, and playing games. But eventually the night took a turn and they were getting a little bored. So Helen was like, "Do you guys want to play the Ouija board?" And her friends didn't believe in the paranormal, and neither did she. So they're like, what's the harm in it? And everybody agreed to play the game. So they're all playing the game, and then at first the Ouija board is like doing nonsense. It's not spelling any words, it's just like moving around. So they're like, oh, this is kind of fun, it's spooky, but they don't think anything paranormal at that point until the Ouija board starts spelling out places and names, and they start asking the board questions. Like, only questions Helen would know, just to test this board out to see if it was their friend or if it was something more on the paranormal side. And the board kept answering every question that Helen would ask. Like, if she would be like, okay, who was my crush in middle school? The board would spell it out. And so at that point, she started getting spooked and she didn't even want to play anymore. And then one of her friends asked the worst question that I think anybody can ask while playing the Ouija board. They asked, who is going to be the next person in this game to pass away? And the board started spelling a name all quick, and it spelled out Helen. So of course Helen freaks out because it's like, what the heck? Why is this board saying that I'm the one that's over here going to pass away? So at that point, the night's ruined. She doesn't want to hang out with her friends anymore. She just wants to be left alone because this night is not as fun as she thought it was going to be. So everybody goes home. She's by herself. And she's like, okay, I'm going to try to go to sleep to forget about this night. But then she starts hearing knocks on her door. And she would go to investigate, and nobody would be at the front door. And then she would hear little creaking sounds around her house. So this girl was really terrified. And then seeing how all this paranormal things were happening at her house, she assumed the Ouija board was gonna come after her and make her pass away. So she tries to sleep, and she's able to sleep all that night. And then when she wakes up, she gets this horrible news that her father passed away. So the board was trying to tell her that her father was going to pass away, that it was going to take somebody close to her. And Helen, when she was playing the board game, she assumed it was going to be her. But the board has a way of tricking people playing the game. That's why it's never a good idea to play the game, because